SRO Magazine, your number one source for music and entertainment news and interviews. SRO.
What's up, SRO Nation? This is Tyler Griffith, and I've got another interview for you guys from a band I found a few weeks ago here in Anaheim, California at the House of Blues. The band's called KaVaN, and they're a hard rock heavy metal band that has members from all over the world, including Ireland and Japan. After the show, we met up, we exchanged contact information, and we finally found a time that worked for all of us, and we sat down to talk about what the band's doing now, a little bit of the band's history, some of the music that they're working on, and what we can hope to hear from them for the future. Let's take a listen.
Alright, go ahead, we're all here.
Hey guys, this is KaVaN, yeah?
Yeah, can you hear us okay?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to be recording this interview for our website, if that's cool with all you guys.
Sure.
Sweet. I know you guys just had a show in Fullerton. I was unable to make it, unfortunately. How'd that show go?
Oh, good on, yeah. Great turnout, great bands from really upcoming old school kind of stuff like ourselves. So looking forward to playing a few more shows.
I'm hoping you guys can make it back. I mean, you're not too far, just around the area soon. Do you guys have any shows upcoming around here? I saw you guys at the House of Blues in Anaheim.
Yeah, that was pretty recent, and then we had several other shows in Anaheim recently as well. So we do like to hit that area. We have a lot of friends and fans, down in that Orange County, area, and then we also have we're like really spread out, man. To be honest, it's kind of hard to really put a location on where our fan base is centralized. We try to move it around and mix it up,
I actually, when I saw you guys at the House of Blues in Anaheim, I ran into one of your fans. It was my first time seeing you guys, and I talked to, I don't remember his name, I talked to him for a little bit, and he said that this right now is hands down the best lineup of KaVaN he's ever seen. So what makes this version of the band so much different than other versions?
Really, you want to handle that one? I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, we've always just tried to do what we do. I guess we just got lucky this time. Two new guys on board, Zach and Taka. Say hi, guys. Hey, hi, how you doing?
Hey, guys.
So we were lucky to find both of these guys right around the same time, really. Because, we were down two members for, I don't know, maybe almost a year, really. It was getting a little discouraging, a little frustrating, but we tried to be proactive during that downtime and write new material, stuff like that. But then these guys both came around right at the same time, and we were all of a sudden, just overnight, we were like a full band again. We got right back into the live mode, and the machine, the wheels started moving again. It was great. I don't know what separates this lineup from the previous ones, but we're happy to hear the compliment.
How did you guys get in contact with Zach and Taka?
Zach him and I were Facebook friends. He used to play drums for another band that we knew, and we did a lot of trash talking about college football, and this went on for quite some time, and then it kind of just like the light bulb went off in my head like months in. I'm like, this guy's a drummer. Maybe I should find out if he's, because I know his band had broken up, so timing was right, and then I guess we met Taka. I knew Taka for, I was aware of what he was doing for about a year, and doing all these guitar stuff and everything else, and I knew he was recording his own album, Blood Rain, and I went to check out one of his opening shows for the release of the album, and obviously got talking to him, and approached him, would he be interested, and he was saying, yeah, he's always up for a challenge, so Taka came on board shortly afterwards and started kicking out.
Have you guys done any writing with Zach and Taka yet, or have they just been kind of slotted into the new album that came out last year?
Oh yeah, we had actually new songs throughout that year that we were missing two guys, so we kept writing even though we weren't playing with the full band. So yeah, there's definitely enough for a new record for now. So yeah, for sure. And it's always happening, yeah. But it's cool because the songs are they're there. The guts of them are written, but they're certainly open to interpretations. So Zach and Taka have been able to jump in on the writing process. Like, none of the stuff's in stone; it's not recorded, so they're able to put their own spin on it. It's certainly not complete without their input. We like to have an open forum for creativity.
It's I picked up the album at House of Blues and I've had it on repeat for a while, and it just came out last year, album Side by Side. So how's the reception been to that album? Then you guys have been playing the songs live and people have actually picked up the album.
Well, it's been great. To be honest, I mean, some of those songs were a little bit older, but they'd never actually been properly recorded, so we wanted to get them on the record. Some of them were a little newer, but it was basically our full debut record. We were really happy to put it out there. It took some time to materialize, but we were really happy with the finished product. And I think our fans really responded to it well. You know, I think they were happy with it. We did a Kickstarter campaign. We were fully funded. You know, obviously we had a lot of support behind us. Unfortunately, right after the record came out is when we lost 2 members, and we weren't able to, you know, we weren't able to capitalize on the moment and keep it going, because that's when we would have ultimately wanted to be playing shows to sell the album while it's hot, while it's new. So we sat on it for a while, but I think even now when we go out and play, now that we're back out on the scene, new fans can still certainly appreciate it. I mean, it's new to them, so but we'll be happy to start writing and recording the second album soon.
Yeah, there's an incredible energy from you guys coming from the stage at the live shows, and there's a bunch of songs in the album, Silent on the Outside and Dying Breed, that work just really, really well live because of their really big choruses. Was that your guys' intention when you were writing those songs, or did it just kind of happen that way?
Big choruses. Yeah, we always go for big choruses. Definitely, for me, I've always been conscious of the fact that I like to get a good metal riff going and a big rock stadium chorus, and I think that comes out in a lot of our songs. And whether it was intentional, I don't know, maybe it's just the way we've been writing lately, or the way we've always written. Silent was never my big favorite, but the guys assured me that it was definitely a strong member, and they'd go on the record. I was the one to keep the album on. Dying Breed, yeah, I think we actually sat down and we discussed that it would be a good kind of chatty chorus, and we needed to kind of draw in the crowd a little better and stuff like that. Make the participate in tunes rather than just us people. Yeah, I think we're getting better as songwriters, and I think the songs are starting to get stronger.
Especially for you, Paul, being the front man. You're the one who interacts with the audience a lot during the live shows, and there's a really, really great charisma about you on stage. Where did you kind of get that energy to be this interactive frontman that you've become?
Just gotta believe in the band around you and the songs you're playing, you know. It's just about like loving the songs, loving the music, loving rock and roll and metal. And that's where it comes from. That's where it stems. The love for playing live music. Obviously, you watch bands growing up, and it rubs off on you. But I think first and foremost is just the passion for it, and that's why we all do it. You know, it's just something that's ingrained in us. And when there's nothing that beats that freedom up on stage that high, where as soon as that 4 count comes in, it's pretty badass. There's nothing like it. Cat night, you know.
Yeah.
We've always had good fun as a band, playing live shows, and I think I remember reporters mentioned it before. For a metal band, we do a lot of smiling and laughing on stage just because we thoroughly enjoy it, you know. It's something we just love to do.
And it seems like you guys definitely enjoy this. Looking back at kind of the band's history, you guys weren't always KaVaN. The band used to be called Jekyll, so talk to me a little bit about why the change from Jekyll to KaVaN.
It came up, I think, when we were trying to book shows out of town and in town. We were getting confused with the Midwest band Jekyll.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so when we were trying to book shows and stuff, people were like, "Oh, Jekyll, yeah, I think we've heard of you guys." And certainly we might let them believe, like, "Oh, yeah, okay, cool, that's awesome, we'll take the show." Yeah, well, I didn't confirm nor deny. It was coming evident pretty quickly that we needed to change the name, because I think the final straw was I watched a YouTube interview with one of the guys from the Midwest band Jekyll, Jekyll, and our music was playing in the background with our logo. So we were like, okay. It was good and bad, probably bad for them, good for us, but yeah, we decided on a name change for sure. And I got to jump in here with something else as well. We have a friend who had basically like an A&R rep that was really interested in working with us. He really liked our music and stuff like that. But he did think that our old Jekyll logo and image and everything was a bit sophomoric. I think he thought like the little cartoonish devil head was like a little juvenile. I think he wanted us to take on a more mature, more serious look and everything. And so we spent a long time trying to figure out how we were going to approach it, what we were going to change the name to. And by the time we finally did all of it, and we don't recommend doing that either, by the way, because you spend all that time building a following, and then when you change your name, all of a sudden, you have to start over. Right. They don't know, might necessarily follow you. They might not know who you are now. But anyway, so after we went through all that trouble, the guy that was supposed to be, doing us a favor and whatever, with the record label and stuff, he just kind of disappeared. We're like, damn it. I thought it was going to go somewhere, but it was all for naught. But we were still, in the end, we were happy with the name change. I think it worked for us, and the new kind of image that we have is, I think it does suit us. And we're basically a completely different band now, other than Paul. So, if we were still Jekyll, it might not feel the same for him or for any of the new guys. We're not that band anymore.
Well, Paul mentioned how maybe being confused with Jekyll might have helped you guys, and I know you guys were granted residency at the Whiskey A Go-Go. So is that the biggest venue that you guys have played, or has that just opened up bigger opportunities for the band?
Yeah, back when we were Jekyll, we played the Whiskey A Go-Go a lot, and we kind of got in good with the staff, Paul and some of the other Irish guys. They started working there as like stagehands. We were kind of our stage manager. I'm sorry. And we were constantly down there, just if not working, just out on the scene, supporting and getting to know people. We kind of made a name for ourselves out on Sunset Strip, and that reputation kind of carried us to some new opportunities. And we actually became a house band at the Whiskey for a while. We had that sort of international angle. Me being the only American, but originally all Irish guys. I think we started with a headlining show on St. Patrick's Day, which was very fitting. And then we just blew the place wide open on that show, and then they just basically kept inviting us back, which was an honor because we got to sidestep all the pay-to-play stuff that they normally are known for.
Right.
And we didn't have to do any pre-sale ticket stuff like that. We just went out there and played, and not only did we have like a regular gig there, but we were also sort of their backup. If somebody canceled or like, oh, can you guys play tomorrow? Yeah, we'll be there. So we were playing there all the time. I wouldn't say that's the biggest shows we've done by any stretch, but yeah, certainly that helped get some footing in the beginning, get our name out there, and have like a respectful catalog of shows behind us. Other promoters would look at that and they would know that we're sort of the real deal.
Yeah. Looking forward to the rest of this year, what's kind of on schedule for KaVaN in regards to seeing you guys out on the road?
Let's give Rudy that one. Well, like we said, we're still writing. We got another record pretty much written. So we didn't get the chance to do as much as we wanted to with the last record. So hopefully when we record something new, we'll be able to get a couple out-of-town shows and, spread the word out little by little in the other states. Okay.
Is the new record, should we expect that this year, next year, or is it still like in the early stages?
We can't really put a timestamp on that. We like to think that it's coming along, but I mean we haven't even started recording. We're more or less fine-tuning all the parts and pre-production and all that. Yeah, so I mean we might look into some different avenues of recording. Maybe doing a little bit of ourselves, so we can probably do it at our own pace. So it might be a while. Don't want to give the impression that the new album's coming.
Right.
But it's definitely on our agenda, and we're working towards it. So.
Well, coming back.
I think it would be foolish to give you like an actual date.
Yeah.
Release date. So
Yeah, it's in the works. Just know that, basically.
yeah, exactly.
Um,
I just said that. Save you all that time.
Coming back to the album that came out last year, there's a bunch of different sounds in the album. There's, the acoustic stuff and the slower stuff, and then there's a ton of, the ridiculously fast solos and the double bass drums. And so where does all the different sounds come from that culminate to make KaVaN?
Well, we like the dynamics. I mean, if it was just all one pace, one speed, it would be very one-dimensional. We like to, we like the power ballad stuff, but we're at the very base of it. We're a rock band or kind of a metal band in a sense. So we don't want to, but we just don't want to do all one thing. It becomes not only boring to the listener, but also to us. We like to keep ourselves interested in the music too.
Is there like a band favorite song from the album that you guys like to play live?
I think everybody's in a different spot on this. We can go around the room and everybody.
Yeah, go for it.
Rudy.
Probably Sunrise. Sunrise, exactly, yeah.
Really? It's tough, but I'm going to say Heart of Stone. We've closed with that one traditionally for quite some time now, and it's easy to get into the energy of that one.
Background, yeah. Nice. Yeah, that's moldy.
Cool. What about you, Zach?
I also enjoy Side by Side. I think it's like one of the more powerful standout songs on the CD. First one I learned. I feel like the pause vocals is the whole power and the energy of the song. I think that's why it's my favorite.
I'm going to go with the last tune, Salvation. I think it's a good closer for an album, good upbeat thing, and there's other strong contenders in there, but I think Salvation was one that kind of crept up on me and grew on me, and it was just like, that's the solid one.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I know it's hot as hell up there where you guys are rehearsing today. I appreciate you taking the time today to sit down and talk with me for a little bit. Before we go, is there anything you want to say to your fans that are going to listen to this when it goes live?
No, nothing. Other than, we really appreciate the continued support. We put our fans through a lot of uncertainty. We've had several lineup changes, and then with that comes long delays between shows, and it would have been very easy for our friends and fans to just completely lose interest, forget about us.
Damn.
But they still keep coming back,
Thanks for not giving up on us, man.
Yeah, like even after a year hiatus, they're back and they're stronger than ever, and we love them for it. Like, they're awesome. And we just want to tell a friend. If you like it, tell a friend. That's how we kind of get this thing moving.
And you'll find us on KaVaN.net.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, again, everyone here at SRO Magazine, we really appreciate you taking the time. We will be sure to get this up on our website, and we look forward to seeing you guys on the road soon.
Sure, brother. Appreciate coming out to the shows and supporting, and we'll definitely talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks again, guys. Have a good day.
All right. Thanks a lot. Take care.
Bye.
Okay.
And that was KaVaN. Big thanks to all the guys in KaVaN who took time out of the rehearsal schedule today to sit down and talk with me a little bit about the band and what's going on inside KaVaN. You can follow the band over on Facebook.com/KaVaNBand. You can also find them on Twitter @KaVaNBand is their handle. Be sure to also check out their main website, KaVaNBand.net, and you can find them out on Reverb Nation. For all of us here at SRO Magazine, this is Tyler Griffith, and I'll see you in the pit.
For more information on all the greatest bands in rock today, and for all your music and entertainment news, you know where to go. Go to SRO. That's SROMagInc.com. SRO Magazine is sponsored by Kick-Ass Cables, PhDRadio.com, Robert's Guitar, TDLMusicGroup.com. The SRO audio and video was done by Carson Drive Studios and SROMagInc.com.